Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone, but from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." You're listening to Daily Truth.
We also see that addressing Christ as Lord, Lord, the doubling of a name. This is what Christ does to Martha. Martha, Martha, you are busy about many things. The doubling of a name in that culture is a sign or a term of endearment. It's an affectionate and compassionate way to address someone. Lord, Lord. It is to say, I love you, Lord. I have intimate relationship with you, Lord. And yet, he will say to many, "Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Not that I once knew you, but that you walked away, and I therefore know you no longer." But rather, he will say, "You workers of iniquity, depart from me, I never knew you. I never knew you. You are now here claiming to know me. And not just to know of me, Lord, but to know me intimately in relationship, Lord, Lord." And yet, relationship, if it is to be legitimate, is a two-way street. And you may claim to have intimate relationship with me, but I don't even know who you are. And I don't think that what Jesus is getting at in Matthew chapter 7, that many will do this, is to say that the church will comprise 10% of humanity. And then out of that 10% of humanity, which is already the vast minority, that another 90% of the 10% will be mere professors, saying, "Lord, Lord," but ultimately told by Christ in the end to depart. So that we're left in terms of true salvation, those who truly belong to Christ, that we're left with 1% of the bulk of humanity. I don't think that that's what he's getting at. I think that part of what Christ is getting at in Matthew chapter 7, when he says, "Many will say to me," is that he's saying that by the end of the age, that the Christian gospel will have been so potent and so effective that the vast majority of humanity will in fact confess Christ. That the vast majority of humanity will, at least by mere profession, claim to be a follower of Jesus. And we have seen this even the past 2,000 years of church history in various cultures and at various times. There are times where Christianity has been on the rise to such a degree that it actually benefits, it practically tangibly benefits a person to claim to be a Christian. There has been a time in our own nation's history, not that long ago, not centuries, but mere decades, where it would serve you well to go to a church regularly on the Lord's Day, to have your name on the roster, to profess to be a Christian. It would give you certain business opportunities, even financial incentives that you would not have otherwise. Why? Because in our own nation, there has been a time where the culture predominantly was Christian. And we have to be able to distinguish between a nation having a predominant culture of Christianity and actual, ultimate, genuine salvation.